Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon. Just put a one if you can hear me clearly, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you everyone for joining the AI Explorer series. Just put one in the chat if you can hear me. This is our 143rd AI Explorer series. We have been doing this for almost 3 years. Every Tuesday we do it. Generally we do it at 7 p.m. But because of Ramadan, we have shifted it to 9 p.m. GST. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience to some of the community members right there. Right now it's 9 p.m. in the UAE. I know it's very late in India, but we have a lot of people joining from the US and UK. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, each and every one of you. We are live streaming on LinkedIn, YouTube and Twitter, where I can see hundreds of people who are joining in and tuning to the community that is there. Few just want to know from the chat, just put N if you are new to this community. This is your within a month, this is your second or third session that you have joined in the community. Just put N in the chat. So I'll just take a minute to talk a little bit about the ground rules. So for the people who are new, what to expect here as well. So thank you for that. Just let me quickly share my screen. Today we have a very packed agenda, so I will try to cover a lot of topics. But for the people who are on, just put S in the chat if you can see my screen, everyone. Awesome, awesome. So switch on your cameras if possible. The mics are going to be off by default, but please keep the chat active because I cannot hear you. I can just feel the energy of the room through the chats. So please keep your chats. Your one chat really encourages me to speak. I don't be a silent observer. Please participate in the chat, and all the hundreds of you on LinkedIn, please put your questions as well on the comments, and the team is monitoring and I will answer each and every one of your comment as well. But if you have anything very specific to asking in today's session and the community initiatives you wanted to get answered, please put it on the Slido link. The team will put the link on the Zoom chat and other platforms as well in just couple of minutes. Use that, open that, keep that, upvote your questions that are there. So this is what I want you to do. What we want to do is for the people who are on social media, on Twitter, LinkedIn and YouTube as well, we are monitoring it. So please be patient. We will answer all your questions in the end as well. But please keep your questions, comments on any platform that you are watching us on, so that we read each and every of your comments. So please do that. I will just talk, I'll just do an appeal to all of you and talk about the giveaway that we do. A lot of people are confused about our giveaway competition. I will spend 2 minutes to talk about this, and then I'm going to talk about the workshop today about the function calling, and then I will take two Slido breaks that are there, wherein we are going to get your questions and answered, and then we will have community initiative, and then we will have an open mic for in only on Zoom. I will switch off the live streaming, so sorry all the 100 of you, you'll not be able to interact with the community. Later on, if you want to join the community, I will share the link. It is just our company name, decodingdatascience.com, and then you can join the WhatsApp group, and then you can join all our events. By the way, the event is free. This event is free for the community, and I love your suggestions and your energy to keep this further. So for people who don't know me, who are very new to this, I have 21 years of experience. In the last 8 years, I have been doing a lot of trainings and workshops, starting in Accenture and then continuing it in my venture Decoding Data Science, where we do advisory. We have a huge academy portfolio and the vibrant community that all of you are part of. And thanks you each and every one of you to take it further. So just put E in the chat if everyone is clear, and we will start forward. Let me just share the Slido link again and keep it open, and please keep your questions. I will not be able to take any of your questions from the chat because you understand it's very tough to read the chat and also to give the training as well. So I put the link here. Keep it open, guys, and put your questions there as well. So now I wanted to just talk about the one simple, I wanted to talk about one initiative that I have been doing for some time. So if you know, this is a community, we get guests. Before, this is our 143rd session. We used to get guest speakers to come and give a talk, but it is very tough for a expert with 20-25 years of experience to come in the evening and give a talk in the community. So what I started, and this is one simple appeal that I wanted to do all of you before I start the session, is what I tried to do is you really learn from thought leaders by listening to them, right? Because we have done, I have 21 years of experience. All the people who I get as a guest speaker in our podcasts, they have 20 plus years of experience, and every session that we do has answers a lot of questions about their expertise and what you guys, all the 100 of you who are watching this, how you prepare yourself. Every talk that we do, every podcast that we create is with lot of work and energy. And the only thing that what I see, that a lot of people, they are only want to see short videos and short 30 seconds reel. No one wants to see the podcasts. So my one appeal from the community is, because these guests are coming giving their time, and if you can see, the views are very less, because this is the trend that is there. But one appeal that I want to give to all of you: spend some time in your free time when you are walking or when you are driving to look at these podcasts. It is curated, very short, 40-45 minutes podcast, but lot of value. So we have more than 30 very senior guests here, and I request all of you to please do this, because this is a very encouraging way for the guest speakers also. They ask me, the guest speakers ask me, Mohammed, you have such a huge community, but why people are not watching the podcast? I said, my request to you, that's why please continue this, because if you need more guests to come in this, you I need your support. We don't do any marketing. The only marketing is through the community that we do. So please subscribe to this, watch these podcasts, put your comments. I just want everyone to just put one comment on the what you had learned from this. This will encourage the guest speaker as well as us to get more speakers. I just had a call today with one of the speakers. He was looking at he wanted to speak in the community podcast, but when he started seeing the numbers, he was like, you talk so much but you only have 100 views in the podcast. So this was very very bad thing for the community and for me as well. So one request, I'm also want every one of you who are watching, all the hundreds of you, to at least subscribe to this and at least give one comment. Just put why in the chat. If I get some commitment from the community, one small ask, it is free, but we want you to just have a look at it, and I believe me, it is lot of value. We have curated it to answer all the specific questions that are coming from these thought leaders, and it's very tough to meet these guys. I have monthly appointments with them for a quarter to come and speak to them, and that's the reason why they give me time, so that the community members can read it. So that's amazing for that. And regarding the giveaway is very simple, guys. You need to take a screenshot of this session and tag us on decoding data science. And also, what happens that people are just sending me a WhatsApp with a screenshot to get the giveaway? No, this is the rule. Just take a screenshot of this. I'll also share it later. You need to take a screenshot and tag us on LinkedIn, and then the top 3 people will be selected. Right? Don't send me a WhatsApp message and saying this is the screenshot. No, the purpose is, if you want this giveaway of this Python certification course, you need to do this particular thing. Don't say that I don't post on LinkedIn, then you're not eligible. We are giving $100 certificate for free. Just one ask is to post it on LinkedIn and tag us, and not just send a WhatsApp message or an email. That will not work. Awesome. Just put G if everyone is clear with all the giveaways rules. And please, this is a request. This is a very good Python course for people who really want to get to the learning. Now, how many of you here have heard about function calling? Just put F in the chat if you have heard about this term called function calling. This, lot of people don't talk about this. Everyone talks about AI agents, OpenClaw, MCP, but no one is talking about function calling. That's the reason why we cover this in our AI residency program, and I wanted to give you guys a quick overview of this important concept, right? How many of you have just put F in the chat if you have heard about function calling? Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Zafar. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you for all the support coming from LinkedIn, and looking forward for all of your comment as well on the YouTube podcast as well. So cool. So I see very few people have heard about function calling. So for the people who have not heard about function calling, I will just give you guys a scenario, right? What are some of the limitations of LLMs? Can anyone put in the chat? What are some of the limitations of a large language model? So Ahmed is saying cutoff date. Any other? Just keep the chat active. I'm reading your chats. What are some of the limitations of a large language model? All of you know what is a large language model? Any examples of a large language model? Yeah, thank you, Ahmed. GPT-5 is a thing. One big issue and one big bottleneck, or you can say limitation of an LLM, is it does not have up-to-date information. And that's the reason why we need to augment it with a particular function, right? We want to augment that particular LLM with a particular function to get an answer. So I will not go to too much theory, but what I want to give you guys, today's topic is an LLM powered stock analysis. I will talk a little bit more about the theory, but I just wanted to give you guys a practical scenario of how we learn in our AI residency as well. So can I know in the chat, can anyone tell me if I want to know what is the price of Tesla stock today? Can the LLM let me know? Can the LLM answer me? Awesome. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Mr. Manakia. Manakia Arora. Hallucination is one. Yes. Knowledge cutoff is one. So that is the reason. And one question that I'm asking all of you. Can you tell me, the LLM tell me what is the price of Tesla today? Yes or no? Uh, uh, Mr. Alejandro is telling yes. I'm talking about LLM, not ChatGPT. ChatGPT will answer because ChatGPT is not just an LLM, right? Can everyone understand this question? Can the LLM, just the LLM, large language model, some people are saying yes. The people who are saying yes, you need to please come to our workshops more often, right? A lot of people are saying yes. My question is large language model, not chat GPT. Now, I will tell you, I do a lot of workshops in corporates and, in colleges, and everyone is confused and they say chat GPT is an LLM. Even OpenAI is telling that chat GPT is an LLM. One of our community members had shared me one note. Open chat GPT is not an LLM, right? ChatGPT is an LLM plus an agent together. So people who said yes, please look at my previous recordings. I will not spend much time. So we cannot get the answer of what is the current price of Tesla, right? So suppose I have to ask this question, what is the price of Tesla? This is my user input. It goes to the LLM OpenAI. So LLM OpenAI, like LLM from OpenAI, can anyone give me some example of an LLM that you know about? It can be any LLM. I have just written here OpenAI LLM. Can anyone give me some names of some LLMs that are there? Awesome. GPT-5, GPT-4, whatever LLM, what it will do, it will understand that Muhammad wants to know of the price of Tesla. He wants to know it today. So today is 24th of February. So these two information the LLM will try to understand. How will it understand? Through something called as a function calling. So function is calling sits over the LLM and understands that Muhammad has written this text and Muhammad wants two things. He wants Tesla, that is the stock name, and he wants the date. The date, because today it is the LLM is smart enough to understand today is 24th of February. So it will understand these two parameters. The LLM will understand these two parameters and it will what it will do? Can anyone tell me how? Can anyone tell me in the chat after this what will happen? How will it get the information? It understood that I have Tesla, I know price, but how will the LLM get the answer? Can anyone tell me in the chat? Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Manakya. Thank you, Manakya. Thank you for your thing. Zafar is saying go to web. Any other answer? So today, if you see today's call is function calling, do you think we are going to the web? The web is the easy part, right? But Zafar, is that the correct way? Are you sure web will give us the correct answer? So Dheeraj is saying databases. Samina is telling GPT-5 Grok. Okay. Yes. So Samina Sayed is telling correct. Yeah, Samina Sayed is telling correct. It will use the function call to get the data through the API, not the web. Web is agents. So today we are not talking about web. Kirtana, it's not vector database. It is not vector database. And this is the interesting part that no one teaches you. So it will understand it is Tesla and it is today. It is going to send these two parameters to the database. So someone mentioned database. So Mr. Dheeraj, that is correct. The database name that you can use here is something called as the Alpha Vantage. So every one of you today, you can go to this website Alpha Vantage. I'm also going to show it to you. It gives you all the financial information of a particular stock, very good information. They have a very good free uh, uh, tier where you can have 1,000 calls a day, which is very good enough for your portfolio project. So this is the database that is there. So this, once you get this information, Tesla, and today that information is going to go to this database API called Alpha Vantage, and from there it is going to send back. Can anyone tell me how does this transfer happen? Which what format does the transfer happen of this information across the function calling the database, then getting the information back? Yes, thank you, Samina. I think Samina has seen my previous workshops as well. So, yes, it is through JSON. Can anyone tell me in the chat what is the full form of JSON? I'm getting a lot of questions on LinkedIn. Please be patient. I will answer all your questions. Please put it on Slido. Let me just continue this flow. I have hundreds of you joining in, and I want to give value before I go to the question and answers. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So it is, thank you, Mr. Ahmed. It is JavaScript object notation. So see, the problem is everyone is using different systems like Linux, Mac, different programs. How do they communicate with each other? So everyone has decided that they will communicate with the systems through this particular format. This is a like a, you can say, advanced dictionary that is universally accepted to carry messages from one system to another without getting the format, lose the format, and lose critical information that is there. So that is how we are going to do. I will maybe if I get time, I will show you the details of the code and everything. But we have done this workshop 6 months back as well. Today I'm doing a refresher. But if we get time, I will also share you all the other details. So now from this, what happens? The JSON happens, and then all the information goes back to the LLM, and then it gives a human like language. So what happens here is the Alpha Vantage will just give a JSON response that this is Tesla, and the $399.8 will the JSON file will come. But do you think in the chat, if I can just put the JSON output, just put yes or no in the chat, do you think if I just put the JSON output, you will be happy? The user will be happy if I just put the JSON output? So many people are saying no, right? You cannot just give a JSON output to a human because you are creating a chatbot interface. Gone are the days where you will give a JSON, people will be not happy with the experience. So LLMs again convert this output to a human like language, and it gives this a very good answer. Tesla is trading at whatever price it is. The latest one, when I did this in the morning, it was $39.8 that is there. So this is something that we are going to do. So what happens, just put, see if everyone is clear. This is the most simplest example of, it's a very technical topic. But if you understand this whole architecture flow of three things, how they are working together, then you know you can dig deeper into technicality. Just put, see if everyone is clear with this. So this is awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. And if there is any question, some people are saying repeat it again. If you, I request you to look at the recording again. I will just summarize it later. Just think about LLM. They cannot answer your question. They use something called as a function calling that connects your LLM to your database and acts as a bridge between these two things, right? And this is the summary, and you can look at the recording later if you want to go into details. What I want to do is these are some slides. I will not spend some time walking through the slides, but just in 1 minute, the some of the limitations of these LLMs, and many of you told that, right? There is no real-time data, there is hallucination risk, and there is a problem of isolated execution, right? It cannot trigger these external workflows, update database, or interact with it APIs. So these are the three LLM hallucinations, and that is the reason why we are using something called as a function calling. What does a function calling does? That it tries to help and connect these things. LLMs are very good. I'm not saying that LLMs are not good, but we need to enhance the LLM capacity. So if I can give you a one word definition of LLM, from the OpenAI documentation, a mechanism where an LLM, just note this down for interview questions, people ask this question, right? A mechanism where an LLM returns a structured JSON describing a function to be called and its required parameters. Can anyone tell me what was the required parameters in that example that I gave you? Two things that had gone, I told you. One was the name of the stock, and second was the date. This is very important. Without that, the API will not understand what is the output. And what this does, it enables deterministic interaction with external system. And what is the name of the external system that we explained you here? Yes, thank you, Ahmed. It is Alpha Vantage. You all can go there and get a free API. I will show you in 1 minute as well. Now, coming to this life cycle of this particular thing, I already explained you. That was a very simple explanation, brief explanation. This is the example. If I want to go a little bit detailed, if you can see user query, what is the price of Tesla? Then there is a function calling called get stock data. It takes the ticker. If any, how many of you here are into stock market, doing some research? Just put S in the chat. So for that, it will be easier for you to relate to this. For people who are new to this, just give me a couple of minutes. Then I will try to explain you what all these things are, because you need to have a little bit of financial background for you to get a little bit information about this. So ticker is like the name. Like, see, Tesla name is there. Tesla will TESLA is not the ticker. And how these APIs work is they want the ticker. So once I put the name, it identifies the ticker. The ticker is the, you can say, a unique code of that particular stock, right? So a lot of people who understand S, they are understanding the stock market, so they understand these things. For the people who don't understand, just think about it like a unique code that is there. So LLM identifies the tool needs based on the schema, then it does the tool call, then the execution happens, the backend calls the API or executes the logs that are there, and then the API returns the raw data to the backend, and then the LLM generates the grounded answer that the price of the Tesla is $399. So this is the whole step that we did. So I made this slide 1 year back, and you can see the price of Tesla at that time was 200. I'm not sure exactly when I made this. So if any one of you had invested in Tesla, you had doubled your money in the last 1.5 years or something. So I had run this slide as a you can say at least 1 year back, and I'm doing a refresher for many of you. So this is something very, very interesting, right? So I'm going to talk about why function calling is important, right? We have how much time right now? We are 9:30, right? So see, you all understood that static knowledge is not good enough for this project. No use. LLMs can never tell me about stocks. You cannot use retrieval augmented generation here. Every day you cannot update, every hour you cannot update your database and do a RAG system. So for this use case, like weatherbot or something where you want live data like this, function calling stays in there. And a lot of people ask me this question in our AI residency and our workshops, when to use function calling, right? And now every one of you gets an understanding that RAG is very good. I will say RAG is awesome for FAQs and all these things. But if you have live streaming data, which is updated every hour, every minute, or even your production systems, or your, you can say, uh, IoT data, or your backend data, or any streaming data that is there, you cannot think of RAG or static knowledge, right? You have to think about function calling, where you have a live API connectivity, deterministic execution, and some autonomy that whenever I ask, I get the latest price as of now. You can go to the step, the Alpha Vantage, and they also give you every second price as well. So right now, if I ask what is the price, if I even ask now, it will go and get the price now as well. So it has a date and timer, time. It's every minute. It's not every second, but every minute they have the data getting updated of the stock. So that is something that you cannot get in RAG. You cannot get in just the LLMs. So here function call is come to the picture. So don't get confused by a lot of people who say that why should we use this? Every use case is different, every scenario is different, and for today's project, function calling is only one of the solutions that are there. One more solution that a lot of people were telling me is, why can't you connect it with Google or a search? Do you think you will get minute by minute data on accurately using Google search, and don't you think it is going to cost you? Can anyone tell me what is the difference between doing this project using function calling and this project using tools? Can anyone just tell in the chat? And this will go very theoretically, very important thing that many of you miss out. Like a lot of people will say, Mohammed, I can do this project using connect an LLM with a Google search and get the output. But do you think anyone can tell me what is the main difference and why should you go with uh, Google search or the tool based system or function calling system? Can anyone tell me in the chat? So one is saying time sensitivity, Raj is saying time sensitivity, Samina is saying. So these things are very important. You will you may someone will argue that Google also gives me updated information. Yes, but Indrajit is telling something very important. It is the cost. It is the very important. Indrajit is he is a very regular community member, so he has been listening to our workshops, and this is the most important thing. Everything that we do in this ecosystem, right? Everything that we do in this ecosystem, there is a word called as tokenomics. Just put T in the chat if you have heard about this topic, tokenomics. There are a lot of ways to do a particular project, but when businesses do it, they think about tokenomics is the cost. How effective can we do? You are sending a information about latest stock of Tesla to Google. Google is going to send you so much context back, and then the LLM will have so much context to do. And there was an experiment that had done, and I talked about this in the previous workshops. Is There is a 1/10th cost reduction if you are between these two systems. I'm not even talking about accuracy. Accuracy, keep it aside, just on the cost, 1/10th. And just think about it right now, the API is just giving us a small JSON. JSON will be maximum 40 tokens or 30 tokens. But when a Google search or any Brave search or all these MCP servers and all these big terms will give you, they will give you 2000, 3000 tokens. And then the LLM has to process that. And the cost compounds if there are thousands of users using it, right? Just put see if everyone is clear. Awesome. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Manikya. Thank you, everyone, for your. I will be taking a break in 2 minutes about for the Q and A's, and then I will be going to the. Let me just take because I'm getting a lot of questions about the comparison between agents and this thing. See, this workshop. Just everyone listen to me. Is this workshop is talking about function calling. If you see, if everyone of you have joined this workshop, let me share with you. So I am not here. It'll if I go little bit, I can talk about MCP. I can talk about other topics. I can go on for whole night, right? Because this is my work. But I want to stick to the agenda of talking about this topic. So we can debate later. You can put your suggestions on the Slido and we can debate later. And you can always join my MCP session, AI agent session. I have discussed everything, but my reason for you that because see, we all of us are learning few concepts, right? And every one of us don't get the whole picture. My work doing this, running this academy, running this community is every time doing research, comparing different techniques and giving my perspective. I may be wrong. I'm also learning every day. For me, it's a journey. And thank you for all the community members to be part of this journey. And I'm ready to take any positive feedbacks, anything that you feel. You can do this using OpenClaw. You can do this using every technology. But today's topic is about function calling. And I want to talk a little bit about that. Just put see if everyone is clear. Right. All your techniques are good. If you want to do this project using any technology, you're free to do. This is a free democratic world. But today, as a mentor, I am talking about an important topic about this, and it's up to you if you want to learn and implement it. There is no one telling you to use this, not use this. Right. So thank you everyone for your this thing. So this is one thing that I want to add. Every workshop that we do, if you see the link here, I try to explain what we're trying to do so that we don't get here and there, right? And we focus on the learnings, and the recordings are there. You can, if you want to do, everything is there. MCP, AI agents. I have done the comparison. You can see we have 500 plus hours of recording. You are free to go and watch that and then come back and then debate about this, and we will do that, right? So please go through this details, everyone. I'm sure many of you have joined through Zoom. People don't read this. Don't read this, please read this. The team has taken a lot of time and effort in doing this, and sharing it with you, right? So now I want to share about you. Just let me quickly take open Slido, and there are a lot of questions I try to answer. We will stick to function calling right now. And if there is anything about comparison, because as I just told you, for this use case, I believe function calling is very, very important. And someone is asking which LLM to use for this, right? So which LLM to use for this, guys? Uh, can anyone tell me which LLM should we use for this project? Like this one, same project. Can anyone tell me in the chat? So, Mr. Ali Reza, I'm not sure whether you're there on LinkedIn, YouTube. Can anyone tell me which LLM should we use for this project? Like, which will be a good LLM? So that is one more discussion that is very important. I think how many of you attended our Sunday workshop where I just told you to which LLM should you use? So I just wanted to get an idea from the community. Which LLM should you use here? Anyone? Should we use GPT? My question is, should we use an expensive LLM like GPT 5.2 Pro, or should we use a simple LLM? Anyone? So someone is saying GPT-5. Okay, GPT-5 is good, but my only question: should we use an expensive model or a cheap model? That is my only question. Should I use an expensive model for this or the cheap model for this? I want to hear from the community. I have the answer, but I just want to hear from the community. Cheap model, simple model. Yeah. Ahmed is saying expensive model. So expensive model, uh, for this use case, you don't need an expensive model because you are using function calling. You are getting the JSON file. So you don't need to use an expensive model, right? So you can use any model. And see, choosing an LLM is one of the biggest parts of doing a project. I'll tell you, it will make and or break your budget. So always spend some time and always document. And that is the reason why in our challenge I have seen that some people, when we asked why you use this LLM, some of them just told that it's because it's cheap, it is free. But when you are going for an interview or doing a real project, please try to do some research from your side, right? Awesome. So let me just share my screen, guys. And two things I want to show all of you is we have created this blog. So I'm not sure if any of them are here right now. Murtaza, Kareem, just put a hi in the chat if you guys are there. So they are our cohort 9 residents. So they have created this blog for Gemini and Grok, and I have created for OpenAI, and we do it every quarter. So guys who are part, just bookmark this page as well. You will get this information for free. Like suppose I use an OpenAI here, right? OpenAI model for this same project. Suppose I want to use something like a GPT 5.2 Turbo in my project. Suppose I will just keep a very, very small estimate of 1 million is the input token, and this is my monthly estimate, and zero point 0.5 million is the output token. The cost that I have to incur is around $105 with GPT 5.2 Turbo. Now, for every one of you told that, some of you told to use this model, you will pay $105, and I've kept a very, very, bad, less estimate, 1 million and zero point 0.5 for a month. This is very, very on the conservative side. But suppose here now it is 105. Now suppose I use, for this project, I have used GPT-5 Nano. which is 0.005, the cost reduces to $0.025 for one. So just see the difference in the cost that is there. This is the smallest or cheapest model, and this will be enough for this project. I also tried with 5 mini. If you are a little bit conservative, you don't want to take the risk. This is also a model which will only cost you $1.25. So selecting the, see, by default what happens, they OpenAI and these big companies will push you to use the most expensive model, and you saw the difference, right? $100 is too much for many of us. So this is something that I want you to do. And also there is open source models. You can go and do a comparison. Grok is there. Your Grok is basically free, but you need to have, there is some free limitations. So these are some web blogs that you can see and go. Now coming to this, I hope I answered this question. And now let me see if there is any other question that is there. And before I move to the next part, please, guys, I cannot answer your questions on the LinkedIn comments right now. So please put your comments on the school. So there is no new questions that is coming up for today's session, especially of function calling. So I think I have made myself very clear for all of you. Awesome. So I already answered how do you differentiate selecting between LLMs. I've already answered that. You need to start with a cheap LLM or a mid-level LLM and then take it further. Cool. So now, yeah, I think I'm getting something here as I have. Can anyone share the Slido link again? Guys, please put your questions in the Slido. I will maybe after the call, I will stay in Zoom. Then I can answer your question, Mr. Bala Chandar. I will answer your question. Just put it on the Slido, and we will keep it because I'm getting a lot of pings in different platforms, which is very tough to manage. So now Alpha Vantage is this thing, right? Suppose this is Alpha Vantage. So I am sending this API request to Alpha Vantage. Can everyone see my screen? So I am sending this, the LLM is sending this request to the Alpha Vantage LLM. And so can you see this? So right now the stock is at 407 rupees as of now, just as of now. If you can see the price is, this is the latest price. So if I just run this again, you will see the price will change. Yeah, so this is 407. This is the open, this is the high. The current price is 399.83. What I showed you on the, can anyone confirm this? Is this the correct price as of now? Or this is this is updated right now? The stock market, is it just opened in the US right now? So this is something that is here. Last trading day is showing yesterday. So I think the stock markets have not yet opened or just opened. So it is saying 2026022023. So yeah, so it is, there is some gap here. Maybe we are not getting the live data because we are using the free version. In the paid version, they give you minute to minute information. So I am using the free call. So, but I just wanted to confirm from any one of you, is the stock market open right now? The New York stock market? I think it should open. Right now it is 8 o'clock in the morning there. Awesome, awesome. Cool. So this is something that we're getting. Now I want to show you this. I will go to the code part later. First, I want to show you how this works in this particular playground, right? This is how we do in AI residency. I can show you the code. Code running is just 2 minutes, but how it works, I wanted to show all of you in details, right? So here, if I ask this to, I will select an LLM. This is basically the playground. I select GPT 4.1 and I ask this question: what is the price of, so right now this is not chat gpt, basically this is, we are just trying to talk to the LLM. So can you see this, what the answer it is giving? Depends on the model and configuration you choose. The okay, it is not that smart enough. It is talking about the Tesla car. It is talking about the Tesla car, so I have to be a little bit more specific because it is not trained. So when you are doing the prompting, you need to mention that, or take it as a stock, not as a company. Because if you ask what is the price of a company, it will also take the product. So the price of the what is the price of the Tesla stock? So let me just refresh this. Before we do coding, this is the place where we are doing the testing. What is the price of Tesla stock? I should write a spelling mistake. As of June 2024, so it understood. The LLM was smart enough to understand that I gave a spelling mistake. It understood that this is the stock, this is the ticker, but it was not able to give the answer because I do not have. Can everyone here see this? Just put C in the chat if everyone could see this. Now, to solve this problem, what we do is there is something called as here, if you go tools, there is something called as function. So this is just a simple function like it get the stock price. So it understands from here. It This is a function calling. So this is the function that is there. I'm showing all of you. So people who want to try this as well, I will share this link here. You can open this while I speak or maybe after the call, and you can do this demonstration according to you, according with yourself. But I request you to see because we have 15 more minutes and we have lot to cover. Right. So this is something that what it does, it understands from the context that Muhammad is asking about the stock. Uh, and what is the important thing that is here is from understanding it from the whole context is not only getting the stock name, but getting the stock symbol. This is the most important thing that is required right now for this. So now what I do, I just add this particular thing function. Okay, so what I need to do is tool. I need to go to function. Then can you see this example? I need to go and get this example. So it was just grayed out. Now I click this. Everyone can see this function calling. Just put F in the chat. What it does is it is basically a type of list, advanced list, which describes what has to be done. And most important thing, the output that comes from here, other than the time goes by default. You don't need to put in the function. LLM is smart enough to get the time by itself. But the most important thing from the text, human text, to get is the stock name and then the stock symbol that is there. So once we get this, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the same question again. What is the price of the Tesla stock? So now what I have done to my GPT 4.1, I have attached what I have done, I have attached the function that is the get stock price, which is right now we are not connecting to the API. We will do it in the next. I will share you guys the recording. You can look at all those things later, but that is what is going to happen there. So once I do this, and now I ask this question. See, can you guys see this? The function calling understood the symbol Tesla, and then right now this is not connected to Alpha Vantage directly. This is just a local system just to show how it is working. So here what I will do, this particular response from the JSON API, I am going to put the response here as 399.3. This is right now I'm doing it manually, but think that the when the code is written, it does everything automatically, and we will do it here. So once we do submit, can every one of you see? Then the LLM takes that information from the JSON file that we showed you and picks up 39.33, which is what is this particular thing. Once get the stock price with symbol Tesla, that is the response. And this particular thing, or if you want to give the whole response also and see, uh, then also let us try to do it again. Let us refresh again and try to do it. I have not tried this again, but let me just see if it is smart enough to do that. Okay, let me add this function call. What is the price of Tesla? What is the price of Tesla stock? Okay, and I have not even written today, right? I have just written what is the price. So this response, let me just put the JSON file response. So I put the whole thing, right? I have put the whole thing here, but it was smart enough to understand that Muhammad was asking about the current price and it picked up this. So this is what the JSON response is going to give, guys, and this is what is going to get picked up, right? So this is something that the JSON will do. Just put C if everyone is clear with how it works. Just put C in the chat if everyone is clear with how this works. And the playground is there. All of you can experiment with this. The alpha vantage is there. And let me just take 1 minute to talk more. What more you can do in alpha vantage, right? What more you can do in alpha vantage? So alpha vantage is, if you go here, it has all the information here. So spend any one of you who have little interest in stock market, who is doing little bit of investments, and who was asking Mohammed, please suggest me a good project. Please take some time, go through the APIs. A lot of our AI residents who are interested in stocks did wonderful projects using a lot of, because right now I just showed you the get quote stock price. But if you are a little bit interested, you have a lot of information. You have you can see the parameters that are there. Huge information is there. Time series data is there. Tickers are there. You can experiment with it. Just take this can be your capstone project. Many of our AI residents have done something in this space. But if you guys ask me for one idea, spend a couple of days understanding these APIs, understanding the information, understanding charts, and then you can start building amazing projects here that is there, right? So now, before I go to the I wanted to take few minutes from everyone to remind all of you about two things, right? Two things. I'm getting a lot of questions on LinkedIn because there are hundreds of people joining us across social media, right? And they're asking for the PowerPoints and the recordings. As I told you, this is a AI Explorer is a free community session that we are doing. Right. The recordings are part and the slides are part of our AI residency and our AI guild community, which is our academy portfolio, right? So people who really want to get that, you can you can get everything. AI guild is a small subscription that is there. And also there is a challenge that we have launched. We will call it the AI accelerator. You can go there, you can, join that. It's free as a part of the AI guild and take it further because see, I condensed a very, very important topic in 40-45 minutes. I cannot go too much details into different things that are there, right? So if you really want to get a little bit deeper, I request you to look at it. I will show you about the challenge. Some of you are asking about the challenge. It's not a challenge right now. We call it the AI accelerator, right? Yeah, just give me 5 minutes. I will show you the code as well quickly. But before that, I just wanted to remind all of you because a lot of people are confused and asking in LinkedIn as well how to participate in the giveaway. So people who are on LinkedIn, we have an awesome Python Essential certification, right? Now all of you theoretically everyone understands, right? Just put you in the chat if you understand how function calling is working, right? But to put everything together, to stitch everything together, you need to use Python, right? And I cannot go through every line of code and explain you in this 40-45 minutes of call. So people who really want to learn Python, they have to learn it. A lot of people here are asking me, Mohammed, if I want to get into AI, if I really want to get value out of this, I don't want to learn Python. I hate Python, I hate coding, but I want to take use of this, right? The answer is no. The answer is no. You cannot do that. You cannot do that because you need to learn Python. That is the first thing. So how to get this? We are giving this giveaway. In the last 2 months, we have given more than 15 giveaways in the community as well. So we have given 15 scholarships, 100% scholarships. The value of this is $100, but we have given this. But the only ask is you need to write a good engaging post on LinkedIn and get the number of the comments. The more the engagement, more the comments, those will be get selected for this giveaway, and we'll announce this on our next Saturday community meetup, right? And for people who are asking, is Python important to learn? Yes. If you, and even if you don't, if you already know Python, you can revise it. You can revise it, and that is very, very important for you. So one more thing, let me just quickly show you. Some of you are asking me to show you this particular thing, what it is. I need to just show you this, and then yes, you can learn little bit without Python, but if you really want to take advantage of whatever we speak, even in our AI residency, people, some of the doctors, medical doctors have joined who never did coding, and I push them. I forcefully tell them to do coding. They said, Mohammed, I will never code. I'm not non-technical guy. I have a CTO founder who's going to work on it. But I still then tell them you need to do this. And what I have done, we have done so many courses in Python. What we have done is this essential course, we have made it very, very simple. People can finish in 2 hours because people don't have the time to spend 8 hours, 9 hours together. So what we have done, we have created this fast track. This six main topics will give you a very good understanding. At least you will understand the Python. It is not going to be like a foreign language for you. We have notebooks for you. We have everything for you to start running and working towards it. Right? Just put, see if everyone is clear with this giveaway. This is the Python course. I will share it here as well. And I request every one of you to take part in the giveaway if you want to get it for free, or else if you want to do the certification yourself. More than 200 people have already done this certification in the community in the last 1 year itself. So it's an amazing thing. Very short, very crisp, and at least will give you some confidence to take it further. So now let me, if everyone is clear, let me just quickly show you the code of how things get done, right? So for this, you need an OpenAI key. So in this notebook, I'm just putting my OpenAI key here. I have hid it for some of you for this session. I'm going to anyways. If you take a screenshot, you cannot still use it. So now for this Alpha Vantage also, I need a stock key. So now what I'm going to do is, first thing is I need to try to get the stock symbol, right? Like for Tesla, for Tesla, if you can see, right, and for Tesla, we are getting the, I think, why is it taking the wrong ticker? It is taking some other ticker here. So for Apple, it is taking this because I think here they are, Tesla is listed in multiple stock exchanges. So that is the thing that is doing. So right now what it is doing, it is getting the stock. Then this function calling, what it is doing, it is taking this particular thing and getting the, okay, I need to run this one. So this one is getting the current stock of Apple. And here, if I want to do Tesla also, you will see this is coming from right now we have not used any LLM. We have not used anything that is there. Now what we are doing is we are now creating something called as with GPT-4. We are creating a function that what it does is, first we define this function exactly that it is for, getting the information about the particular this thing. So I have written this here. We are using GPT-4o here for this use, this particular thing. You are an expert financial analyst. So this is a system prompt that we have done. Temperature, can anyone tell me what temperature will we keep for this? Should we keep it high, medium, low? So I have kept here as zero point 0.5. And if the OpenAI key is not there, uh, we are going to put this particular error just to make sure the OpenAI key is there. And then we are going to try to run this particular thing. And now what we are going to do is we are just going to put, or you can just put the name of the thing also and ask GPT a question about the stock market. So so this is also using the LLM to answer this. Should we invest in this stock? So now not only it gives the answer, this is the current value that it is giving, or else now I think it should run. It is taking some time. It is doing proper research, complete research on the latest data, and it is giving us the whole answer. And by the way, always, this is not an investment advice. Please read everything properly. This is just an experiment, and just to show you. So you get all the details, and this is all the latest detail that is coming from this particular thing. And then this, after doing some iterations, you can use Gradio. Can anyone tell me what is Gradio for? Because right now this application is in Python notebook. But if you want to make it like a user project or an application, then you need to put it in a Gradio interface. So for that, the code is here for Gradio. Just we'll run this code, and then you will get an application and you can test out. We call it the DDS Stock Market and GPT Assistant, and that is going to run and take it further. So now this is the whole demo. And what we are going to talk right now is already we are on time. uh, Now I'm going to take 5 minutes request from every one of you to put your questions on the chat, and just put uh, we if this session was valuable, you got a good idea about what we are doing. And keep joining our events. I can see a lot of people are new to the community. Please keep joining our events. Today I wanted to talk about this important concepts, and I can see a lot of familiar faces on LinkedIn. I hope this was interesting for all of you. And there are a lot of questions coming about the challenge, right? This is I have People are scared of challenges, guys. People are scared of challenges. So what we have done is we have rebranded this initiative. I had talked to a lot of consultants, lot of thought leaders that is there. So everyone, they are consuming AI. They are hearing about AI for the last 3 years. There are so many podcasts, so many courses. But what is the use of those, right? Today's session also, hundreds of you have listened this session. Hundreds of you have listened. Only 2 to 3 people will actually try to implement what we have done, right? People who are in the AI guild, they will be share. People are asking, please share the code, the deck. It is going to be updated in the AI guild community. So from there you can get it, right? And people who try it, people who build projects, who take this learning to step one, will benefit. 95% of the people who just switch off the webinar and then start looking at reels, then you will be lost. So I request you, whatever you are doing, please take some initiative and do it. And that is the reason why we have launched this challenge. And just give me 1 minute, guys. Very important. This is like we will not call it like a challenge. It's an accelerator, which is a part of our AI guild, and we have kept it for free for a limited time. We are going to again charge for this accelerator, because this is like our AI residency course that we do. A small part of it, 10% of what we do in our AI residency, which is a proper academy program, we have put it here, and we call it the AI accelerator. The concept of this is from AI curious to AI builder. From AI curious to AI builder, this is a challenge. And if I can just show you how it works as. So the good thing about this challenge is I just joined now as a participant, if you can see from this account. It's 24th February. If all of you are here, 10 p.m. Right? I'm in Dubai right now. It is 10 p.m. Time to have dinner right now. So I'm just going to take 2 minutes from all of you. So this is your time. This is not like a hackathon where we have a time limit of Saturday to Sunday. No, you start today. 14 days you will get step by step of understanding what are the things that are there. All the videos are there. We give this Python essential course of $100. We give it complimentary to all the people who join this challenge as well. And then we come up to here. We prepare yourself for the next steps, some prerequisites that you need to do in day zero, in the 24 hours before, because this is going to open next day at 10 p.m. So before that, you are ready to open this day, and then after 2 days this is going to open. So, and every time you have your own time, because most of the community members who are joining us in the AI guild are people who are working, or who are in college, who are very busy. So they can only give 2 to 3 hours a day to do this. 2 to 3 hours a day, that is also in a, I'm talking very for lot of people are very self motivated. But in a week, because you have weekends as well, Saturday, Sunday, so people need to spend at least 5 to 6 hours to really make use of this particular challenge, because that is the minimum requirement that you anyways need to put if you really want to learn any skill and take things into perspective. So this is the accelerator program that we have launched, and I will tell you, this is one of the best ways to put your uh, learning into practice. And the second thing is, a lot of people are asking about the code and the recording. The team is going to edit it. It's already very late, so tomorrow the team is going to edit the video. A lot of work goes, right? We have a team, we have storage costs, so we need to also think about how we can you know keep little bit fees. It's a very small fees to get access to this as well. It's not, then you can take monthly subscriptions as well to join all these things. So here, if you go to products, you will see there are all this. If I go to products, if I go to digital files, We have more than 40 plus recordings, 40 plus courses. Like you can see, LangChain, Agentic AI, and these things are additional. But the most important thing, the recording is going to come here. Outcome based workshop, function calling, the code, the recording, the PPT, everything is going to come here by tomorrow. Already we have 121 projects already here. We are going to add 122 by tomorrow. So awesome, everyone. Thank you each and everyone for joining. For the giveaway, please do it. Saturday we'll be announcing the winner. I want at least a lot of people to participate and take part in the giveaway, be part of the community. If this was valuable, please put a LinkedIn comment. And before I go, one more request to the 17 of you here is, please request you to promise that you are going to at least see one podcast or half of it and put one comment here, because this is very very valuable. I have got amazing guest speakers to talk about very specific topics, and I request all of you to at least do this. And I will just before I stop the live streaming, one and I will stay in the chat for 2 to 3 minutes. Thank you, each and every one of you, all the 100 of you who have joined the session. And I have also put all the details on the platform. So please look at it. Just give me 1 second before I switch it off. Yeah, so I have put the link of whatever I have told of the challenge of the different details here. So please look at this, and if you have any specific questions, you can ask us and take things further. And I am going to stop the live streaming now. And you guys who are in YouTube, if you have any questions, or who are in LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, sorry, who are on Zoom chat, please ask any questions in the chat. I will just try to be here for 2 minutes. And thank you everyone watching us on the live streaming platform. Have a great evening, everyone. Cool.